Wow, Jukka, what a couple of days. Eh?
Yeah,
I
indeed.
think we delivered hard talk,
Yeah.
lots of diversity, lots of different subjects. We brought them all in.
All 50 speakers during these days.
Absolutely. So can you sum up the whole conference from your point of view in just 5 minutes?
All
It's
right.
an easy job.
Yeah, it's an easy job. Yes, I try to do that. Yeah, indeed. We covered quite gigantic topics during these days. Not the easiest ones, and not the easiest ones to follow all these in the online. So I think we missed to see you face to face, but here we are. Here we go. And anyhow, there will be recordings which are then available after 2 weeks' time or so. But nevertheless, all were structured according to our 4 pillars. So we started from the helicopter perspective that we were discussing about this, the bioeconomy people planet policies, and we heard excellent, let's say, keynote speeches by Stefan or by Ole, and what's then, the carbon management, what's about the role of the bioeconomy on this all. And I think, we came up to that also today in this, very last, presentations and, last keynote speakers. So, looks like, there is an interest for the bioeconomy, at least in terms of, a growing number of, the biostrategies. So, we just heard about the very latest the biostrategies. What's the situation in Japan, China, US, Namibia, or Finland? So good takeaways. And was it then Sari Tasa who said that it's not the governments who are then doing that. It requires certainly the businesses, and it requires also the operations. And that was leading us then to the next session, where we were really having the business leaders and representatives from the financial world that what kind of vehicles they do exist. There was an excellent, let's say, keynote speech by Rafael Cahuela from Down Corporation, and I think this is what was the main takeaways. There is an urgency. There is an urgency on these climate change measures. So that we was then repeating there quite many times. So like we heard today, the very fresh news that here in Europe, it was hottest summer ever. You felt that also in UK, to some extent also here in Finland, up here in Finland. But nevertheless, it is real. It is around us. So we were having those notions, and then there was a Green Climate Fund that very interesting that their position that that what kind of, let's say, products do they then provide? They are anyhow the biggest in the world. So they have a very good global perspective, and their interest to going also for the bioeconomy. So I think we learned a lot on that session. And then we were having global leaders. There was a good mixture of the different viewpoints. The ones who were using the waste, they were the ones who were using agri-based feedstock, the ones who were using forest feedstock. So there's a good combination that and I think let's say the common thing, there was some concern on this what about the feedstock viability? Not that big, but in some extent you felt that there's some sort of notion about that, how to safeguard also the feedstock, the products, the real products, what they are then producing. So that was the one thing. And then today we carried on to the bioproduct around us, and they were, this is very, let's say, technical and very much for the engineers that and there certainly it is then required. So in this first session or first panel, which was headed by Tiina Nakari-Setälä, that there was interesting companies again with the, let's say, various type of feedstocks again, and they even provide a solution for food security. So there were good examples by Fipenol or Circa Group where do they stand. And then we follow for the next panel that was then run by Ludo Diels by himself, and I think what was then overarching sort of theme on their discussion was about it was about the recycling, the necessity of recycling right from the beginning. So that was very much repeated in these presentations. And finally, this afternoon session, the local time that we were having a look on this, what about the carbon market? So we were first here in the frame, and then we hear in these business cases, and hearing also that that like this voluntary carbon market, they are increasing quite rapidly. So it is already today $2 billion US dollar. Is the global value. We also heard that it is not any sort of threat for the bio-based product, and that is also a good news. So it is the world as it is. It's getting more complex, but mankind is always finding ways that how to cope with this all. So I think this was a good outcome, and yeah, we will still have the declaration that and where we are trying to comprise in this all. I think it is already available. So in a website, so you can have a look. So with these words, so back to you, Mark.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I noticed, one of the concerns was that the message of the bioeconomy is maybe not getting over, but I think it is coming now.
Yeah.
For sure. I think people are getting the idea of the whole concept.
Indeed.
Of it.
Yeah.
So that's good news. So we are now going to lighten up a little bit with the awards ceremony.
Indeed.
So I think that should be a great way to come to the sort of end of our event today, and then we will have obviously the declaration that will follow. So I believe we have a awards video. So yeah, just to sort of remember some of the other awards that we had. For instance, we had, I think from the year before last was UPM Luena as the BioAct of the Year. Remember that one?
Yep.
And then we had Cristiana Teixeira from Brazilian forest company Klabin as the Bioperson of the Year. And who can forget the Startup of the Year from last year, which was Chocolate de Mendes, which was that fabulous chocolate from the Amazon, which was all amazing. So all paving the way for circular bioeconomy developments. So before we announce the winners of the World BioEconomy Forum 22 awards, let's first hear from one of our sponsors of the awards, Mr. Juha Peltomäki from Business Finland.
Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we all want to leave a healthy planet to our children. For that reason, Finland has an ambitious target. We want to be carbon neutral by 2035. That's in 13 years. But the transition started already decades ago, as Finland was the first country in the world to launch carbon tax in 1990. And now again, Finland wants to be the forerunner towards low carbon economy. Sustainability is in the hearts of the Finnish people. Now, what does it mean in practice, and how can we move towards carbon neutrality? To support carbon neutrality, Finland has published National Bioeconomy Strategy. The strategy came out first in 2015, and it was updated this summer. The bioeconomy strategy it aims in doubling the added value of bioeconomy in a sustainable manner. Finland also has energy and climate strategy targeting to carbon neutrality. For low carbon future, the industry is going through a massive transformation, and the major Finnish companies have launched their decarbonizing roadmaps. We have a slogan that in Finland we have both the heads and the woods. It means that we have world-class competence, numerous growth opportunities, and favorable policies. We also have the forest covering some 78% of the land area, so Finland is the most forested country in Europe. The long and extensive experience in forestry and heavy investments in research and development have resulted to strong knowledge in bio-based and circular products and technologies. Then, what about the role of Business Finland in our way towards carbon neutrality? Business Finland has been heavily involved in steering and financing the development. In fact, Business Finland set the focus on research and development on wood-based sustainable materials already over a decade ago. And now many of the developed technologies, for example, sustainable materials, textiles, packaging, are at the stage of commercial scale-up. Until today, Business Finland has financed various innovations, projects and ecosystems related to bio and circular economy with over 300 million euros. And when considering more widely the whole low-carbon economy, the total financing is around 500 million euros. One example of Business Finland co-funding is Expand Fiber. The Expand Fiber ecosystem brings together around 60 both Finnish and international companies. The ecosystem aims to develop new businesses that promote green growth in a wide range of applications. The project is concentrating on topics like textiles, biocomposites, packaging materials, and lignin and hemicellulose products. The ecosystem develops technologies based on northern wood and straw, in other words, renewable and sustainable raw materials. Thanks to Expand Fiber and many other ecosystems supported by Business Finland, alternative high-volume bioproducts with significantly lower carbon footprint can be offered to the market. The key vision is to make Finland a significant trendsetter in sustainable and bio-based developments. The important Finnish companies like Neste, Fortum, Metsä Group, UPM, Valmet, and VTT, and also the foreign companies already established in Finland like Borealis, Mayr-Melnhof, Suzano, and Itochu are linked to the agile bio and circular ecosystem supported by Business Finland. Coming back to the slogan, the heads and the woods. We in Finland have the world-class competence, affordable feedstock and energy, and leading internationally operating companies. It's a unique platform for bio-based production, partnering, and innovation. I will end by quoting the General Director of Business Finland, Ms. Niina Kopola. Saving the world is good business. Dear listeners, the annual reward ceremony will start soon. It's interesting to hear what kind of innovations, people, companies, and actions will be rewarded. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Some excellent points there from Juha Peltomäki from Business Finland. Excellent. So now this is it. We will go in order: Startup, BioAct, Bioproduct, and Bioperson of the Year. So let's begin with the Startup of the Year. The category criteria for this Startup of the Year award was as follows. The judges considered the recognized impact of the startup on the circular bioeconomy and its possible impact on climate change mitigation. Jukka, please let us know who will be the Startup of the Year for 2022.
With a pleasure, Mark. And the Startup of the Year 2022 is Hakika Organic Fertilizer, Huawei Company Limited. Congratulations.
Well done.
Maybe a few words about the company. Huawei Company Limited has grown in a short history as a remarkable fertilizer producer in Tanzania, providing bio-based solutions to facilitate food production like growing fruits and vegetables, healthy food crops and flowers. Congratulations.
Great. So let's move on to our next award, which is the BioAct of the Year Award. So the category criteria for this award is as follows. The advisory board considered contributions made by organizations, groups, and other entities which facilitate the circular bioeconomy and help to mitigate climate change. Jukka, can you please let us know who will be the BioAct of the Year for 2022?
Thank you, Mark. And the BioAct of the Year 2022 is Clariant Sunlight. Congratulations.
Well done, Clariant Sun Liquid.
Sun Liquid, yeah, indeed. Okay, maybe a few words. Clariant has been a role model to the chemical industry in setting up a bold investment in the bioeconomy space. The scale of the project is remarkable, and it has been also welcomed by the traditional petrochemical industry. And I would like to remind that, all the winners will be interviewed during the fourth quarter of this year, so we will hear their story by their own words. Mark,
excellent.
Back to you.
Okay, so now let's move on to the Bioproduct of the Year Award. Okay, the category criteria for Bioproduct of the Year Award is as follows. The advisory board considered the novelty and innovativeness of the bioproduct, as well as its possible impact on climate change. So, Jukka, can you please let us know who will be the Bioproduct of the Year winner for 2022?
With the pleasure, Mark. And the Bioproduct of the Year 2022 is Askent MKA. Congratulations.
That's a good one.
So Askent MKE is a good showcase on what wood can do and paving the way for the urban construction. Wood construction provides less carbon footprint in comparison to traditional steel and concrete structures, and is an excellent preference on long-lasting bioproducts. Again, congratulations.
Excellent. So now let's move on to the Bio Person of the Year Award. The fourth and final category, the Bioperson of the Year Award, the criteria is as follows. This award goes to an important person within circular bioeconomy. The advisory board considered the recognized impact of this individual for the circular bioeconomy and the mitigation of climate change. Jukka, please let us know who will be the Bioperson of the Year for 2022.
Thanks, Mark. With a pleasure. And the Bioperson of the Year 2022 is Petteri Taalas, Secretary General of World Meteorological Organization. Congratulations.
Excellent. Well done. Well done.
You know, Petteri Taalas has been consistent with his message on climate change mitigation already for years. He regularly reminds stakeholders of the primary reason for the climate change and provides an objective view on scale of the challenges being faced. Again, congratulations.
Excellent. Great. Well, that ends our awards for 2022. And we've now reached the end of a fabulous 2 days of the World BioEconomy Forum. So thank you so much for everybody who has joined us. I think maybe, Jukka, we could talk a little bit about next season, what is going to be happening. Can you let us know?
Only a bit. So surely, as I said, yesterday morning, that we are working on it, and that our intention is that again having a live event, and in some other location than here in Finland. So we are working on it. We are having a couple of candidates, and our intention is that we are finalizing these negotiations by the end of this year, so that we will be then ready for the next season, right from the beginning of next year. By again having the roundtables in February and April. I think Christian already mentioned that he like to have his roundtable in April. So we are working on these topics, and we will come back about the team and about the location in the beginning of next year.
Excellent, great. Well, I think we're coming to the end. So before we unveil the declaration, how about we bring up the whole team so they can say
Good
hi
idea.
and bye to all our valued
Tammy,
people.
Brian, Matthias, all here. This is our team, and we'll be taking good care of you. So especially special thanks to Brian and Tammy, who has been leading all the speakers. So we didn't have any single hiccup.
No, I don't think so.
No single hiccup. No. Everything works perfectly, and we had 53 speakers, so all went well. I like to also thank Kimmo and his team, Cluffy Production, Saha Production, about this excellent work that you did us. And certainly greetings to Akseli, the Prospectum, that you enable us to have such a powerful platform in place. I felt that we are in your living rooms, but that close. But with these words, I think it's time to say bye-bye.
Yeah.
And reveal our declaration. So hopefully you'll join it, and with these words, with these moments, so we will see you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
The world.
Our future.
The world.
Our future.
We support the role of bioeconomies to be strongly enhanced in global trade policy forming frames and other economy and policy mechanisms. We support and encourage societies and governments, including local ones, to convey biostrategies into implementation. The world. We invite corporate leaders to join in the efforts to have bioeconomy, its operations and products recognized as an important tool in the decarbonization of the economy. The world. We encourage the financial world to diversify financial vehicles on nature-based investments.
Our future.
We encourage companies and institutes to seek innovative bioproduct applications which are safe, healthy, and high performing. We support long-lasting bioproducts to provide alternatives to fossil-based options.
Our future.
The circular bioeconomy needs to get acknowledged as an additional policy tool in climate change mitigation. We think that voluntary carbon markets should include carbon credits applied also for bio-based products.